This is the exact step-by-step tutorial on how to generate affiliate links on autopilot inside our N8N workflow by leveraging Affiliate Network's API connection. So inside our N8N workflow, we have a Google Sheet that contains all of the product information, including UPC code. So inside our N8N workflow, we have a Google Sheet that contains all of the product information, including model, UPC, and status. It's going to pull the information right out of the Google Sheet and feed them through a code node where we can extract the UPC code. After that, we will feed the UPC code through our batch split, where each one of the UPC code will be fetched on the Affiliate Network's API call. After the product information has been found on the network, we will convert that information, typically formatted in JSON with string attached to it. We will simply convert that into string with categories clearly labeled so we can easily update and append that URL information into our Google Sheet. So the first thing we need to do is to set up our Google Sheets so that the information can be pulled into our workflow. In this case, we have this sheet created for binoculars. We have the UPC codes, we have the model name and the brand. And the only thing empty here is the link column, which once the links are found, we will append that to this exact sheet. So going back to our N8N, let's open up Google Sheets. Assuming you have already connected your Google account to N8N, simply go to Operations and click on the drop-down menu, go to Get Rows. For the document, you will select Bino, which is the Google Sheet we created right here, and it's on the first sheet named Product 1, which we will use right here where it says Sheets. You will click on Product 1. So it's going to reference that sheet. Now for the filters, just leave it default because we're grabbing all of the data all at once instead of grabbing each row every time. Now after that's complete, hit Test. Now it's going to grab all of the information from our Excel sheet right here. Now the next node we're going to add is a code node. The purpose of this node is to grab the UPC code and fetch it through our affiliate network to find all of the vendors that are selling this particular item. So what we can do is take a screenshot of this and take it into ChatGPT to help us create a JavaScript code to convert this so that the information, brand, model, link, and status is wrapped under the UPC. So the prompt is create a JavaScript function where the information is all wrapped under the UPC code. Hit enter. So here's the code you will copy. And before you put that into use, this is exactly what you're going to see when you put that to use. You have the UPC code and all of the information will be wrapped under. So before we put that through our batch split workflow, it's going to go through each one of the product. Whatever link it finds, it's going to append that to the Google Sheet. Meanwhile, it's going to copy those information onto the same row. So go back to N8N. In the code section, just pasting the code that you got from ChatGPT and hit Test. Now it's going to format all of that information with the UPC and everything else wrapped under, just like this. Now, once we have the UPC code wrapped and ready to go, currently we have 9 items, and the next step is to pass through each one of them through the batch split workflow to find the link and then record them onto our Google Sheet. This process will continue until all 9 items are completed. And please note that we are only working on one item at a time. So inside our batch split node, we have selected 1 as our batch size. This means out of 9 items, 1 item will go in first. Once it's complete, it will grab the second one, the third one, the fourth one, until all 9 items have been found. and recorded. So in this process, we have the loop going to our affiliate network. In this case, we are adding a HTTPS request to access our API on our affiliate network. So to set this up, you will select the HTTP request method to GET, because we are only retrieving the information from the affiliate network. For the URL, you will grab this URL from your API dashboard. In this case, we will go to AvantLink's dashboard. Once you log in, go to AvantLink API. Hit Create. In this case, we are creating a product search. This is where you will grab the URL. But before that, you need to set up the parameters. And the two most important parameters are the search term and the website ID. And that's all you need. So for the website ID, you will select what's already on your account. So for the search term, you will type in UPC. Notice on the URL, it has added a search term equal UPC. But this is not what you need to do. You need to delete this and simply just copy this URL right here. Now back inside our N8N HTTP request node, we have copied and pasted in our URL, which we have grabbed from our API request builder, which is right here. And here we will toggle send query parameters. And this is where you will add in search term in the name field, and the value will be the UPC code, which you will drag that handlebar right inside the expression. This is the same thing as adding search term right here. If this was a UPC code, it will be like this. But since we're doing this dynamically inside our N8N workflow, it's going to go through each one of them. It's going to pull the UPC code from the batch split node into our value field. In this case, the UPC code wasn't found, but we can try using the model name instead. And hit test. Now our affiliate network has found all of those product information right here. But this is the information that we need to process and reformat again, so we can easily identify which one is the link and which one is the brand name and everything else. So what we're going to do now is add a JSON to string function node. What this will do is to convert all of those data crammed together and break them down into each individual sections, where we can grab the buy URL, brand name, product price, and everything else. So if we hit test, it's going to reformat all of that information into readable text, just like that. So the next step is to record all of the information we have found here, especially the buy URL, and then we're going to append that to our Google Sheet. In this case, we have created a second sheet called links found, and we're using the same column information on the second sheet. What we are going to do is append each one of them and populate the entire sheet. So what we can do is go to our N8N, open up our Google Sheet node, and we're going to select append row as the function, and we're going to select the document, which is Bino. And for the sheet, we're going to actually select links found, which is the second sheet. And we're going to click on map each column manually. Now for the values to send, this is where we will drag in the handlebar from the previous node. For this example, we have brand name, model name, the UPC, link, and for the status, we're basically changing that from no to yes. So we know we have found the link. Now we're going to minimize the call because we don't have any gaps between rows and columns. So now if we hit test step, It's going to record all of that information right here on our sheet. Now we have just recorded all of that URL information with one click. If you go out there to find each individual item one by one on the vendor's website, it can take you up to maybe 20 minutes. But this right here, simply one mouse click, we got all of the links right here. Once all of the URL have been appended to our Google Sheet, it's going to hit a wait node. In this case, we are waiting for 4 seconds before the next batch. This will help us slow down the API call so that we do not overwhelm the server. Once all 9 items have been processed, it's going to reach the done node, and it's going to send us a notification email saying it's complete. So in this case, let's set up our Gmail account. Here you will enter your email. And subject, you can just say URL fetch completed. And here in the message, you will say, hey boss, URL Here you can say, hey boss, URLs have been found, check it out here. And this is where you can attach your Google Sheet link and then paste that in here. So this is pretty much the workflow. Now let's hit test. And let's go to our Google Sheet. Now you will see all of those links automatically get added to this sheet. It's pulling information from the first sheet, go through the affiliate network, and automatically find all of their URLs right here. Every model, every brand, if you click on the link, it's going to take you directly to the vendor's website. Just like that. Something that you would typically do manually by going over to vendor's website and find the product, generate the link manually. With this method, you can quickly grab all of those links with simply one click. Now once it's completed, you will receive an email saying, hey boss, the URL has been found, here's the document. And it's going to take you directly to the sheet where you can check it out. Just like that. Now if you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch this one next, where I show you exactly how to set up. Now if you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch this one next, where we can create content and add affiliate links to the content by using this workflow.